everyone. Welcome to this week's ESO Live.
Hello.
We are your host this week. I'm Gina Bruno, Assistant Community Manager for ESO.
And my name is Kai Schober. I'm Community Manager for the German-speaking community for the Elder Scrolls Online.
Wait, you're German?
I'm German.
I couldn't tell.
No.
So just in case you missed it, we posted our show lineup on the website yesterday, but we're going to go over a couple things real quick with you before we get started. So first we have our fan creation showcase. Joining us today is going to be 3D environment artist Karen LaPadula.
We're going to have an interview with the fan composer Armin Gutjahr.
He's also German.
He is.
After
so many
that,
Germans.
After that is the Life and Sauce segment. We're going to have Associate Systems Designer Chris Balzer.
We're going to take a look at the upcoming community-run events on the live servers.
After that, we'll show you some things that you can spend your money on, some ESO merchandise.
Yay. Always good. We're going to go over the news of the last 2 weeks and have an outlook on what's coming next.
And lastly, everyone's favorite, we'll have some giveaways all throughout the show. So coming up, we are going to go through some fan creations.
So, as usual, we are always impressed how much the fans out there of Elder Scrolls do and what they produce so often. We have a collection as usual, and we would like to go over them. With us here is the 3D environmental artist Karen LaPadula. Welcome to the show.
Hey guys.
Thanks for joining us.
I'm glad to be here.
So do you want to tell everyone a little bit about what you do for ESO?
Yes, I'm a 3D environment artist. I create 3D assets for mostly our natural environment. I've created a lot of trees in the game, waterfalls. I was on our sky system development team, and I painted and animated a lot of the skies in the game.
They're very pretty. I've seen a lot of compliments about the skies.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I created the Aurora Borealis with a programmer, Jason. We were so excited when the art director told us we could make an Aurora Borealis. I think we were in the conference room within 5 minutes trying to figure out how to do it.
That's awesome.
Right. So how do you do it? How do you translate the concept to something that we find in the game?
Well, the concept artists give us these really amazing concepts, and so we study them, we ask questions, we research sometimes the subject to try to get different approaches to the visual. You know, then I open up Max or Photoshop and I try to do an initial sculpt of the model, and I'll export it into the game and check out how it looks with the lighting and the other assets in the game. These are trees I made for Rivenspire, and this is my test zone. I just put them together to see how they were going to look in my test zone, and then they were actually put in the game in Rivenspire. You know, it's more of a stormy type environment in Rivenspire.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think the trees represent that.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, thanks.
All right, well, let's dive into some of our fan creations this week. First up, we have a Khajiit study for this fine Sunday morning that we're looking at this fine Friday afternoon. This is by Isriana. We featured her a number of times during ESO Live. This artwork is actually based on her character in the game.
Yeah, it's. I'm really amazed at how passionate our fans are about creating their own characters and even doing art of their own characters. And I think she did a really nice job on this piece.
Up next is High Elf, the elf from our trailer, done by David Jasper on DeviantArt, apparently with pencils.
It might have been those exact pencils.
Oh yeah.
Might have been a really beautiful rendering. I think he really knows how to master colored pencils, if that's what he used here. Really beautiful job on the face and on the armor.
This one is titled The Tharn by Alto Lametox. I think you guys give me the really difficult ones on purpose.
We always do.
So this one was created, this is Abner Tharn, so it is appropriately titled. This is the artist's favorite NPC in the game due to his sarcastic nature, and dark humor. Thank you, Jason, for your Google foo on this one.
Yeah, he really has a lot of character and strong lighting and a really nice background on this. Really looks good.
Yeah.
Now we have, as soon as my microphone is fixed, we have the light version of the Imperial Veteran armor as a cosplay. It's done by Kiyoshi Cosplay. Kiyoshi is one of the guild leaders who visited us here on the ESO Guild Summit.
I remember.
Not too far away, representing his guild. So, light armor, Imperial, with glass weapons.
Yeah, the weapons are really cool.
Yeah, they are.
Really nice job. The only thing missing, he needs some mud and a little bit of wear and tear on his costume. He needs a battle or two, I think.
Do we need mud or blood? Should he bleed
He-
for the
Okay, he
game?
can have
Probably,
both.
probably mud, I would
Mud.
say.
Okay, let's stick with mud.
Okay, mud.
So this is crimey artwork. This is by Katie R. Mickey on the official ESO forums, or Kadur Mickey, whatever.
Yeah, this is a really nice mood piece. I think she did a nice job on the background. The foreground, she needs a little bit more light so I can actually see her costume a little bit better, but I'm really liking kind of the action pose there.
This is another piece where the artist drew their own in-game character from ESO. Pretty cool.
Neat.
Really nice. Yep. So this one is called White Star, done by Luca72 on DeviantArt. It is another commission work done for the guild White Star and representing some of the characters of the guild. Not White Star, I'm sorry, White Star.
White Star.
Yeah.
Even though it looks like a yellow star behind them. But that's besides the point.
Yeah, some really nice costumes here, and I'm liking the stylization of the characters.
Yeah, I like them a lot. They're, I don't want to say cute, but oh, I like them.
Yeah.
Got a lot of
Yeah.
personality.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's a much
Thank-
better word. Thank you, Karen.
Perfectly phrased.
So this is some ESO sketches by Slayer Serena. We actually featured her on the very first ESO Live. We had a call with her, and we had the pleasure of meeting her in person too at QuakeCon this year. So on the top left is a Bosmer, whose name is Lark. The top right is a Dunmer, Valmion. The bottom right is another Bosmer. This is a vampire named Sindral. And then on the bottom left is an Altmer Templar with a name that I am not even going to try and pronounce because there are way too many vowels in there. So yeah, Serena also has a lot of comic strips that she does. She does some commission pieces. I know she most recently did a piece for one of her friends who was in it. It was Cadwell
Oh yeah.
with her friend's
Yeah, I saw
in-game
that
character.
Yeah, she did a great job on these. The drawing quality is really very accomplished.
Nice. We have another piece based on a character in-game. This one is called Miyako. You see what you did there. It's done by Cartoon Lion on DeviantArt. It's
What
a
did he do, Kai? It's funny when you explain it.
Oh, come on. Meow. You just wanted to make me do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Miyako.
I like this one. He's so happy.
He's so cute.
He's got great earrings too.
He hasn't been
Yeah.
scarred by battle yet.
Yes, he's happy.
He lost his whiskers.
He did.
Maybe he was in battle.
Yeah.
They burned off with a stray fireball going by his face.
Well, I think he really rocks, and whatever he's looking at, it must be interesting.
All right, finally we have the Argonian Thief. This is done by Feynek on DeviantArt. This is actually a concept that he had. He wanted to create a series of artwork imagining ESO as an animated series. So this being the first piece, we certainly hope we see others in the same series.
Yeah, one of the things I really like about this piece is that it really does look like a thief. It's
Yeah.
a little bit threatening, slightly evil, and the style kind of adds to that feel.
I really like this one. He looks like a little Argonian superhero about to stab you.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
there's that.
As all superheroes do.
Yeah, exactly. All right, maybe a villain, whatever. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Karen.
Thank you.
It was really nice to have you.
My pleasure.
We hope to see more of your beautiful trees and sky in game.
I'm working on it. We're all working on it.
All right, so up next we are going to talk to Armin, but first we are going to play his most recent piece. This is called Mystical Woods.
Oh, that was a piece. And with us now live on Skype is Armin Gutjahr, composer and recorder of this piece.
Armin, are you there?
Armin? Probably not live on Skype right now.
Opposite of
Let's
live.
try it again.
Doing the show live, everyone.
Yeah.
This is all part of the
That's
fun.
the proof. We just wanted to show you it's all live. Let's try again. Armin? No,
Thing on.
still traveling across the Atlantic. Well, to give you a little bit of background, I mean, if you follow the Tamara Chronicle, we've done the Tamara Chronicle, I looked it up, since for more than 18 months now. We started on the 1st of April,
gosh, really?
2013.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What are we at now? 70 something?
74.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's a lot. And actually, in the music section, if you go through them, you'll find lots of pieces by Armin. He's
been hard at work.
Yeah, he keeps just.
I can't imagine creating something original that often.
No.
Like I have a hard enough time creating something original right now. So.
Oh,
there he is.
So, hallo.
Yay, you saved
Hallo
us.
miteinander.
Yay.
So, könnt ihr mich jetzt hören?
Wir können dich hören.
Oh,
Prima.
they're
Wunderbar,
speaking
freut mich.
And we're speaking German because Armin is German, in case we haven't mentioned it yet. Armin, could you please introduce yourself a bit? And just for the audience, Armin is going to talk German. I will try to translate whatever he says as best as I can.
Maybe I'll try and translate, just for fun.
Ja.
So, gerne. Ja, es freut mich sehr, dass ich heute dabei sein kann. Wie schon erwähnt, mein Name ist Armin Gutjahr. Ich komme aus Deutschland, in der Nähe von Ulm. Für alle, die das nicht wissen, wo das genau liegt, das ist in der Nähe von München, dort, wo das Oktoberfest jedes Jahr stattfindet. Ich bin schon seit klein auf musikalisch tätig. Ich habe sehr früh angefangen, Klavier zu spielen. Später kamen Gitarre und Bass hinzu und seit neuestem auch Kabeljau. Das ist so eine Art Glockenspiel.
So Armin is German. Just in case we haven't mentioned it yet, he's German. Yeah.
So are you. Surprise.
He is from Ulm. For those who are not too familiar with German geography, Ulm is close to Munich, well, depending on how you see it, relation. Munich is where the annual Oktoberfest is, of course.
Oh, right
on. Armin is 21 years old. He started as a musician very, very young, age of 7, playing the piano. Now added the guitar and bass, and recently is trying a new instrument which I've never heard of, Kabeljau, which is something with bells. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as Kai mentioned, we've been featuring your music in almost every Tamriel Chronicle for the past 18 months. So where do you get all the ideas for those songs, and how difficult is it to create something based off of the Elder Scrolls?
Ja, ich weiß, ich bin jetzt schon ziemlich lange dabei und es macht mir immer noch Spaß. Und prinzipiell finde ich, ist es gar nicht so schwierig, weil das der Elder Scrolls Universum eigentlich relativ viel hergibt. Es gibt sehr viele verschiedene Rassen, es gibt Landschaften verschiedene, es gibt Städte, verschiedene Götter, diverse Kulte. Also es gibt wirklich eine Vielzahl, oder Themen, die man musikalisch untermalen kann. Deswegen gehen mir da die Ideen eigentlich momentan nicht so schnell aus und es gibt immer noch, glaube ich, sehr, sehr viel, wo man was dazu schreiben könnte.
So, as we've said, he's been with us for a long time and he's still having fun. He just draws his inspiration from all across of Tamriel, from the different regions, the different towns, the gods, the cults, and there's so much to write about. So you'll probably stick with us for more time. So, I mean, how long does it take you to create a new song?
Es ist meistens sehr unterschiedlich, je nachdem, wie motiviert ich auch bin, was einen Song betrifft. Manche Songs fallen mir sehr leicht zu schreiben, da kann es auch mal in wenigen Tagen passieren. Manche brauchen immer ein Weilchen, je nachdem auch, wenn sie ein bisschen komplexer sind oder wenn einem einfach die Thematik vielleicht nicht so leicht fällt oder man noch nie was in die Richtung gemacht hat, dann kann es auch mal bis zu ein paar Wochen gerne dauern. Manche Songs werden leider auch nie fertig, weil man immer dann bastelt und irgendwie nie zufrieden ist. Aber aufgrund der Tatsache, dass ich jetzt auch fast immer dabei war, habe ich mich häufig bemüht, meistens nach einer Woche dann zufrieden zu sein.
So what Armin said is this depends a lot on his mood, on his motivation. If he's into it, it can take just a few days. Might take longer for some of them, and sadly there are pieces that he never finished yet. Well, he was featured in most of the Tamriel Chronicles, and this is kind of the timescale that he sets for himself, where he wants to do it within a week.
That's awesome.
It is.
So Armin, can you tell us a little bit about your main character and what you generally like to do in Tamriel?
Gerne, gerne. Also ich spiele ungewöhnlicherweise einen muskulösen Dunkelelfen. Normalerweise in den Vorgängern habe ich eigentlich immer einen Hochelfen gespielt. Aber ich muss sagen, mir hat der Ebenerzpakt eben am meisten zugesagt. Also bin ich auf den Dunkelelfen gegangen. Ich spiele auch noch als Drachenritter. Und ja, ich finde, es ergänzt sich ganz gut auch vom Logo her, vom Ebenerzpakt. Und was ich am liebsten mache, ist eigentlich ganz ungewöhnlich auch eher so das Sammeln von Rohstoffen oder auch eben Schmieden. Und was ich auch sehr schön finde, ist, dass das Schlossknacken aus Oblivion wieder dabei ist, weil das war in Skyrim ja ein bisschen abgeändert und jetzt ist es wieder so ein bisschen wie bei Oblivion dabei.
Okay. Armin,
Take it away, Kai.
I'll do so. Armin plays a dark elf, a muscular dark elf, which is something new for him, because he usually plays the high elves. But he decided to go with the Ebonheart Pact. He plays the Dragon Knight, fitting to the logo, the dragon. You get it? Dragon Knight,
Funny.
Dragon, Ebonheart. Yeah, I'm trying.
Kai took his funny pills today.
Ah, I did. Armin's playstyle is more into the gathering, the collection, PvP. He's very, very happy that the God damn it, I'm missing the word now. The lockpicking from Oblivion is
I couldn't help you with
back.
that, sorry.
Oh, come on. Learn some German. Lockpicking is back as it was in Oblivion and not the way in Skyrim.
So, Armin, who typically inspires you as a musician?
In erster Linie auf jeden Fall John Williams, weil ich eigentlich seit klein auf mit der Star Wars Musik ein bisschen groß geworden bin. Dann natürlich noch Jeremy Sewell, eben auch weil er eben die letzten Titel alle komponiert hat und natürlich jetzt eben auch von The Elder Scrolls Online. Ist natürlich ganz klar, dass der ihn dann natürlich auch bei den aktuellen Stücken sehr viel inspiriert hat. Dazu kommen dann noch Danny Elfman oder Alan Silvestri oder auch Jerry Goldsmith. Aber die Auswahl an Komponisten in der Richtung ist eigentlich sehr, sehr groß. Das heißt, es gibt da echt jede Menge.
I heard John Williams in there.
So yeah, there's not much for me to translate all these names. John Williams from Star Wars was a huge inspiration. Jeremy Soule for the Elder Scrolls series. He mentioned Danny Elfman, Alan Silvestri, and Jerry Goldsmith. So a lot of film music, game music.
Yeah.
So what should people do who want to be like you now, who draw the inspiration from you and want to be a composer?
Ich glaube, in erster Linie ist es sehr, sehr wichtig, dass man die Musik nicht zu sehr nach außen hin nur für andere macht, sondern dass man sich sehr bewusst ist, was macht einem Spaß, was möchte ich machen, wie möchte ich das schreiben, dass man sich nicht so sehr orientieren lässt, was andere hören möchten, sondern dass man es nach dem tut, was man gerne selber macht und dass man sich da auch nicht beirren lässt. Man macht natürlich am Anfang Fehler, natürlich gibt es auch Kritik und das ist auch gut so, aber dass man sich halt selbst in irgendeiner Form treu bleibt dann.
So what Armin says is that you should stick to your own visions, do what you want to do what's fun for you. Don't listen to what might be popular, what others expect from you. You might do some errors in the beginning, you might hear some criticism in the beginning, but yeah, stay true to yourself.
And that's great life advice,
yeah,
too.
It is.
Well,
So-
thank you so much, Armin, for joining us.
Sehr, sehr gerne,
Thank
hat mich
you.
sehr gefreut, dabei sein zu dürfen.
And we're looking forward to the next pieces of your
Yeah,
music.
definitely.
Yeah.
Und ich denke, da wird auch definitiv noch was kommen. Da gibt es noch jede Menge, was man da machen könnte.
Sure. Thanks a lot, Armin.
Thanks, Armin.
Danke.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Nice guy.
Yeah. Now.
I have no idea what he was saying, but I would assume he was saying good things.
Yeah, he said something that I did not translate. So
Uh-oh.
no, he did not. I'm kidding.
All right, well, coming
Let's
up
give
next,
away
yeah, let's do
something.
a giveaway.
Yeah.
We're going to give away this Nord here, Symbiote Nord.
Yay.
So go ahead and, Jason, are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, he's ready. Go ahead and type Nord into chat, and we'll see if you can win this dude. He's a little bit larger than the typical Symbiote figures that that company has done previously, and he comes with a Wolfhound pet. So not only do you get a physical item, but you will get a really cool pet also.
Mm-hmm.
So just in case you missed it, typing in Nord into chat, and we'll probably go for about 15 seconds so you can win this awesome guy. I don't know if you can see him, but he's awesome. I don't know what to talk about, so let's just find
Yeah,
a winner.
I'm trying to find the right channel to
Okay.
see who actually won.
I have it here.
Oh, great.
Deacon_H is our winner.
Yay.
Not regular Deacon, but the _H is important. So Jason will be contacting you via Twitch. Be sure and check your messages. I know sometimes they drop into the other folder, so look
Congratulations.
everywhere. Congratulations.
Yeah, and keep an eye out. We're looking at contacting you. So up next is Live It's Us.
Okay, so with us today is Associate Systems Designer Chris Balzer.
Hello.
Thank you for
Hey.
joining us.
Welcome
As
to the show.
always, we're going to be doing a Q&A with the Twitch chat room. So if you have any questions for Chris about himself or about his job or about anything that he's going to discuss with us today, be sure and drop it in, and we'll pick some questions once he's finished. So just for starters, why don't you tell everybody what you do on the ESO team?
Well, as a systems designer, I work on a lot of the under the hood, non-combat elements of gameplay, things like well, for me, mostly crafting. I've inherited all of the crafting systems as I entered the systems team.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah,
It's
they're
a
really
fun
cool.
system.
It
Yeah,
is.
of course.
It's a lot of stuff, but I like them.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah. So how did you become a systems designer?
That's been a process. So when I started here, I was an intern doing certification. So a lot of the, evidently a lot of the quirkier things that tend to get called out in cities on Reddit, many of them are things that I've put into the game. So things like the Bosmer who wishes he knew how to read, or the Khajiit wistfully staring into the bay in Woodhearth, ruminating on whether he should get a boat. Those are just little things that I tossed into the game, hither and thither. And then after that point, when it was decided to hire me on full time after I was an intern, I got picked up as an encounter designer. But none of my work as an encounter designer was really anything that's made it into the game yet. It was all live work and bug fixes. So like I did work on all the group bosses in the game, a lot of the event sort of things that you run into in the wild. And then it was made apparent to certain people that I have a facility with mathematics and a critical view for how things work under the hood, so I got sort of moved into the systems team.
That is the opposite of me. I am not good at mathematics, and
I like to
if you
think
ask
everyone
anyone
is.
in chat, I'm apparently terrible at working headphones as well. Running joke forever. So
Well, you're not wearing any right now, so.
this is true. So I'm at least doing something right during this show.
Yay.
So what is the usual process involved when you create a new system?
Well, generally, you kind of put together an elevator pitch for the system. So you draft a design document, and you sort of, have a view for what the system's impact on gameplay or on the game at large would be. And so you write the whole thing out, and you write down your concerns, anything of that nature, and you submit it for review. And it goes through a review process, and it's decided whether or not to actually do it. And once it makes it through that, and you actually are doing it, then comes all the hard work of actually getting it in the game, determining any needs it has from engineering, so any new code that would have to go into the game, and then the elbow grease. So.
Nice.
Okay. Coming back to math, is this some required background? Do you have to be that
Technically, no.
analytically?
I went to art school, actually.
Oh.
But my college life and college history is long and varied and confusing. So at some point, was studying physics, but most recently I was studying illustration at SCAD, the Savannah College of Art and Design. And technically I applied for a figure art internship, but I didn't make that. But my application was held on file, and I got picked up for the design internship that was doing certification. So anyone can do it.
Nice. So what's your favorite part of the job? And you can't say working with Joe Blackburn.
Definitely not working with Joe Blackburn. I'm kidding, he's great. I really like the job. In that, I really like the things that I do at work. I do a lot of work in Excel, and it's a lot of how best to put this? Sometimes things get weird, and that's my favorite part about the job, is the how and why of where they went weird, and figuring out how to make that more in line with what we want for the rest of the game. But that's something that doesn't happen often.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hey, can you give people who want to get into the same job, become a systems designer, some advice?
Sure. So the most important thing as a systems designer, I would say, is having a critical eye for the how and why of games. So when you're playing a game, sort of peel back the layers as you're playing it. Try to determine how it works, what's fun about it, and how that can be coaxed further into purifying that fun, a distillate of fun. And bear that in mind, right? And then from there, start putting together mods for games that can be modded. Games like Dungeons of Dreadmore, or our own sort of IP, Skyrim, for example. There are a bunch of really great systematic mods for Skyrim, mods like Frostfall, or the economy mod I really like. I forget what it's called, because mostly I'm in it playing the economy. Things like that. They're very technical mods, and they're really interesting and fun, and they show a good design acumen, generally speaking. Unless they're broken, then they don't. So make sure it's good.
So your scarf is actually a really hot topic in chat right now. Everyone loves it. It looks like little
They are
bunnies with
rabbits.
crossbones.
That is true. That is exactly what they are.
That's awesome. Someone else in chat was asking if you could talk a little bit in detail about the provisioning changes. And it just so happens
Just so happens.
Chris is working on
What
the
a
provisioning
surprise.
revamp.
That's this guy.
Wow.
So we're revamping provisioning.
Surprise.
Why?
Well,
Why?
I wasn't part of the initial discussions for that. However, the how and why of it, or rather the reasons why, have been made pretty apparent to me, especially in going in and implementing these changes. For one, there's just a huge impact on the player's inventory from provisioning as it currently is.
Talk to my
There
banker.
are a lot of ingredients, and a lot of them are things that you wouldn't necessarily expect to put into food, like plump worms. And while that is culturally appropriate for
Speak for
certain
yourself.
groups within Tamriel, I like fried caterpillars as much as the next guy. While that's lore appropriate for the cultures of Tamriel, it's also a thing that feels a little extraneous in the inventory system that we have in the game. So what we decided to do, just to start things off, is to sort of unify the sourcing of items in the world, like through barrels and on plates and through grocers in the world, so that you have an easier time finding the ingredients that you might be looking for foods of any level, and then also try to reduce its impact on the player's inventory. And from there, it's gone very far. So just like off the top, we're reducing its impact on your inventory by 2/3.
Yay!
And none of the objects that you previously had will go to waste.
Yay, double
Even
yay.
better.
And then we're decoupling the broad spectrum of recipes from the 3 alliances. So now all recipes are universal. You can find any of them in any alliance. And whatever level you are, you'll be able to find recipes that you can produce, or that you can either offload to someone who can. We are also getting rid of the concept of having 3 versions of the same recipe, because I mean, it's nice, but at the same time, having a better representation of your developing skills as a provisioner kind of makes a bit more sense. So just immediately, the green recipes are a little bit simpler, or easier to prepare, easier to imagine preparing. The blue recipes are a bit more complicated. They start to edge into a gourmet or a full meal. And then the purple recipes are the things that you might see produced at a Taco Bell in the 24th century.
Wow. Can we go back to the ingredients real quick?
Sure.
You said there are new ingredients coming.
There are. A lot of the ingredients are changing to things that we can see in the world. Like, we have things in the world that are like a wooden basket full of corn. And so we've decided to include corn. There are bananas. We're including bananas. There are apples. There are various hanging meats in various Bosmer communities, and you can just grab those right off the rope. And so a lot of what we're doing is trying to sort of increase that sense of immersion, where, you know, you might just happen to find a bird hanging on a rope and want to make something out of it. So do it.
Cool. So my recipe tells me go get some cheese, and I go and get some cheese.
It says you need poultry, you need cheese, and you need an apple, and you'll be able to make something out of that.
Right.
Be careful with that cheese, though.
Oh, sure, Garth will be happy. Yeah.
There is hazardous cheese, I'm told.
All right. So there's one question in chat asking if we have any plans for the, it says veg community. Would love to use provisioning, but refuse to fish or hunt.
That's totally cool. We have entire trees of recipes that have no meat whatsoever.
There you go. Just for vegetarians. So I heard through the grapevine that we are aiming to release this in Update 6.
That's the plan.
Most excellent.
We're pretty there.
Yeah, be on the lookout.
Well,
It's happening.
just
You heard it here.
mentioned fishing. So we're going to fish.
About fishing.
Yes.
So when you fish, and then you fish with your fish,
I fish
and
with
then
my fish.
you take your fish and you fish the fish so that you can cook fish with your fish and have a fish with your fish.
A fish. No, I prefer
A fish
fishy
dish.
sticks.
A fish dish made with fish that you fished.
That's
oh my
right.
God.
I will stick with fishy sticks, though.
I don't even know what to say right now. All right. Well, that was a whole lot of information. We had posted a few months ago on the forums about provisioning feedback. We were looking at kind of revamping the system. So here you have it. Coming soon to an Update 6 near you.
Yay.
Thank you so much, Chris, for
Thank
coming
you.
down and chatting about yourself and your job and food. It's a good time.
Happy to talk about food.
And thanks
anytime.
for bringing that awesome scarf.
Yeah, indeed.
It's very warm.
It is.
Everyone wants you to give it away, but I don't think that's going to
this is
happen.
my scarf.
No, no. Okay, so much food. Wasn't that fitting? Close to Thanksgiving. Let's look at some of the events where you can consume food.
I'm still trying to understand the whole fish thing with the fish and fishing fish and cooking fish, eating fish,
Yeah.
fish.
No, stick
Anyway.
to my sticks. Okay, fan events. So many of them, recurring or new ones. Let's go over them. We have the Warriors Festival. This one is done on the North American mega server in the Rift in Skyrim, of course for Ebonheart Pact players. It starts on Friday, November 21st at 9 p.m. Eastern Time.
Next up, the ever popular Emberheart Tavern Nights. This is where you can go to enjoy delicious food, and pretty soon even more delicious food. This is over at Gearman's Hall on the European mega server. It's every Saturday at 8:30 p.m. CEST.
Probably no longer CEST, but CET, since summer is gone.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Same here. This one is not EST. No, it is
It's
EST.
EST now.
Not
Yeah.
EDT. The player
Time
life
zones.
auction. Yeah. Yay, time. This one starts on Saturday, November 22nd at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time, on the North American mega server. This one is for the Altmary Dominion, and if you're interested to participate, contact Ice Eye or Rainer on the server.
Love it. Kai already said he would kill me if I
Yeah,
said
you know me.
Tavern Night down with TTC. This is the Twin Tails company. They're holding a public recruitment and Tavern Night. This is happening every Sunday, 7 p.m. EST on the North American mega server. This is at Ralka beneath the Fighters Guild. Oh man, CJ wants to say this joke so bad.
Yeah, he does. We did it kind of. Next up, the Wayrest Mages Lectures Night. Get lectured. It will take part on Wednesday, November 26th and December 3rd, starting at 7 p.m. GMT on the European mega server in the Daggerfall Covenant.
The Greenleaf Tavern. This is something. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. That's what I get. These folks are most active. There it was. I couldn't go a single show without making a fool out of myself. So these folks are most active on Thursday evenings. There's one coming up on November 27th at 10 p.m. EST. It's on the North American mega server over at Coremount. So, hope you enjoyed us giggling at each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
Coming up next, we are
Serious
going to.
business.
This is a very serious show.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we're going to talk about some merchandise that you can spend money on.
So let's start with a look at the upcoming merchandise goodies that we have. They are on pre-sale now. You might have seen it on Facebook. We've released 3 new hoodies, one for each
I
other.
love these.
Yeah, they are so cool. They are based on the heroes of our trailer. So we have Altmary, the Altmar, the Breton for the Covenant Pact. The Covenant. And
Man, what did you just do there?
I just merged 2 alliances,
Nice.
sorry. And of course the Nord for the Ebonheart Pact. Also available on pre-sale. This one is actually going to get shipped on December 1st is the mud crab plush.
Woohoo!
Yay, with mud crab.
So cute.
It is.
It's adorable. So this is something that just kind of appeared on the store recently. It's an Ouroboros leather flask available on the Bethesda store. We don't have one to show you yet. Maybe we'll have one to give away at some point. But this guy's pretty cool. Looks like you get the flask and the holder.
Yeah, and you can attach it to your belt.
You can. Ouroboros everywhere. Next is a t-shirt. This has been available on the store and also at some of the conventions that we've been to this year. The title of the shirt is "The Slave Must Obey."
That's an important message.
It is.
Yeah.
This is also available on the Bethesda store. And we thought it'd be nice maybe to give one of these away.
Shall we? Yeah.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Yeah. But first, let's look at some of the feedback we got from you, because we asked you to share your pictures with us if you bought any merchandise.
Yeah.
This one is actually a winner of one of the giveaways we had. It's signed
yeah, that
poster.
was-
Yeah.
I think 2 shows ago we gave that one away.
We have an awesome bedroom with the map of Tamriel. Whoa. I wonder what would we dream in a bed like this? Probably of your expansions. A complete workspace,
Very cool.
including hoodie.
Oh yeah, I see the hoodie
Itinerary
back there.
Dominion, yeah.
Right on. And it looks like a Skyrim strategy guide too.
Yep.
Oh no!
Cuteness overkill. A guar, a cat, and a crab.
A
Very
mud crab.
nice. Thanks a lot for sending these.
Yeah, we always love to see those. All right,
Wow.
so let's give this t-shirt away. May as well just do shirt in chat.
Shirt and chat.
Shirt in chat. Say that 10 times fast.
Yes.
Say
We're
it.
not doing chat and chat, 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 chat.
You win.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the t-shirt. This is size medium. I don't know why it matters, but it might matter to somebody. So the design is basically all on the front of the shirt, kind of taking up the entire thing. I'm going to get yelled at for hitting my mic. I'm sorry. So type in shirt in chat. This was popular last time when I read the label, how to wash it. Machine wash cold. Do not bleach.
Yeah.
Tumble dry low. Cool iron on reverse. Who irons shirts anymore?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe if you want that nice crease on the sleeve.
Did you check the writing? Is it correct? Is it correct, Daedric?
Oh yeah, because I know Daedric just off the top of my head.
Of course you do.
Anyway, 10 seconds and then we'll pick a winner.
And the winner is? In 10 seconds? 5. Jason.
3, 2, 1. All right, the winner is Carl CJI.
All right.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
CJ. So close.
CJs of the world unite.
So Carl CJI, as always, Jason will get in touch with you on Twitch. He will ask for your real name and your address, and then we will ship this shirt out for you.
Congratulations.
Yay! All right, coming up next, we're going to get into some news, current and future. Okay, so last Monday we released update. Where am I looking? Right there. I'm at the right one. Jeez.
Yeah.
Plus,
you have to do this once per show.
at
It's
least
okay.
once a show. I have to get confused. All right. So Monday we released patch 1.5.5. This addressed a few different. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up the notes. My computer crashed right before this, and I lost literally all of my tabs that I had prepared for the show. So one of the things that we addressed was some of the crashing that you were finding in Cyrodiil. A lot of this should be alleviated at this point. Another thing that we kind of have been addressing over the past couple patches is the changes with Veteran XP. So we know it's been a little confusing recently. We just kind of wanted to bring everybody up to speed, sort of what's going on with Veteran XP, what we've been changing recently, and what you can see live now on the game. So back in patch 1.5.4, we actually reduced the amount of XP that you need to rank up to a new veteran XP. So previously it was 1,432,550 XP on the dot. It was very precise and very random, it seems. So now that actually dropped down to 1 million even. We also noticed that the experience that you were getting when discovering new areas, specifically in silver and gold, wasn't really scaling to your level properly, so we fixed that. We also fixed an issue where you were getting smaller XP than expected for some of the more difficult quests while you were going through in veteran ranks. We also fixed an issue where some of the objectives that were specifically tied to achievements were were granting less experience than you were supposed to be getting for veteran ranks, so you should be getting more now. And there was also an issue where it appeared like you needed 4 million XP to gain a veteran rank. This was only visual. We fixed that last Monday, so now you should see 1 million XP, and that is correct.
Setting your goals, yeah.
Exactly. So let us know how you're thinking about all these new changes that we put in. Play around with it for a while. We think it should help, so you can now actually progress a little bit quicker in veteran ranks.
Also in Update 5, we introduced the RITs for crafters, and we've seen some criticism, some misunderstanding, and some bugs also with them. So we recently released a post on the forum, which you probably have seen. Just to clarify a little bit, you will now get more gold. Actually, you will get the maximum amount of gold possible for a quest when you do a RIT, and this should get you into the black, that you actually have some gold out of it. We fixed a bug with the non-crooks drop rate. The lucky blacksmiths were having 100% chance to get non-crooks out of the surveys they get for Upper Cracklawn. We reduced that a little bit, but good news for all other crafters. Your chance has been significantly raised, and you should get them more often. To improve the RITs even more, and we know that at the moment they're not that tempting for master level crafters, we're looking at a few options. We'd like to run through them. So one idea is to add boosters to the rewards. Boosters like resin, tempters, or tenants, so you get more out of it, get an even higher chance, maybe even for a gold one. We heard your feedback and thinking about require less material when you do something equipment related, so no longer need to craft 5 helmets and I don't know how many daggers. And last not least, we heard you that some of the spots in Upper Cracklawn are difficult to reach. We're looking into that too, so you don't have to die on your way.
That'd be nice.
It's a game.
So also this week we released our 6-month loyalty reward pet. This was the Loyal Dwarven Sphere.
And the 3-month too.
Oh yeah, and some more 3 months. That was the Ice Wraith. So we know we've been seeing on the forums, oh yay, our reward is you're taking away more inventory space.
Yeah.
Very funny. We are actually working on a UI. So all of your pets and your mounts and all the collections will go into this separate area away from your main inventory space.
Yay.
So this is a screenshot kind of showing what we have in development so far. You can see that all your pets are kind of over in the pet section out of your inventory. Same with mounts, costumes. So this will hopefully kind of relieve some of your bag space woes.
Yeah, and you will be able to call them from your inventory.
Indeed.
Did you see the second bar?
Yeah, what was that?
I have no idea.
I think it was something for the, I think it rhymes with Bampium Bitham.
Oh, that was subtle. Very, very subtle.
So we are aiming to get this in, the UI anyway, into update 6.
Okay. Let's take a look at Cyrodiil. We've had some crashes, we had some issues there. The region crashes were, that's a difficult word, I'm sorry, were actually fixed in last patch on Monday. There are still some issues that we're going to address in the upcoming patch. mostly around high combat situations with lots of players. Gina's going to talk a little bit more about that. I'm not going to steal all her thunder. Some of you also might have noticed we've deactivated the forward cams in update 5. We're now doing some changes to them. They're already on the development server, and we might bring them back with small radius in which you can respawn to the camp, and also with a timer on them, so you can't respawn too often. We're looking at times that are around the same time as you would need to spend riding back to the spot.
Yeah, I know that whole team is really just trying to, they're kind of playing around with different ideas and seeing what might work and just making it better from what it used to be.
They're not gone, they're coming back, and they're coming back better. Last not least, from my point of the news, the LFG tool, we've heard your complaints, we're looking into it. At the moment, it's not working as intended. We're going to fix it.
There you have it.
Yeah.
So 1.5.6 is being worked on. This is actually going to be released tentatively on Monday.
Yay.
We wanted to go through just a couple of the things that you can expect to see in this patch. So first, as Kai kind of alluded to, we are working on some performance changes, which is going to address some of the client-to-server communication responsiveness. This is in high volume combat situations, so you should hopefully see a little bit less lag and everything when you're kind of hitting big groups all at once. That's kind of an ongoing investigation, but we are working on kind of fixing those. There's also an issue where the game is kind of freezing or lagging out whenever you swap weapons. That will thankfully be addressed in this next patch.
Yay.
We are slightly decreasing the power and the health of all the monsters in dungeons when they scale to veteran rank 1 or higher. So we'd love to hear your feedback after this is live. And there are a number of quest fixes that are going in. Also a number of UI fixes, one of which right now there seems to be a little bit of a delay when you press R and when you actually start crafting an item. So we have fixed that, and that'll go in on the patch as well. Also is a whole slew of audio improvements that are going in. And with us to talk about that is one of our sound designers, Bill Mueller.
What a coincidence.
Just happened to be sitting here.
Imagine that.
So Bill, do you kind of just want to talk about what you're working on and what you're working on fixing for this patch?
Yeah, definitely. So we have, I guess, two different pools of things to talk about. One would be the stuff we're fixing, and the other pool being the stuff hopefully we're making better. For the fixes coming up on Monday, there was an issue with the last patch where a lot of sounds went missing. Looting, for example, was one of those. I think the
dual wheel sounds. Was that what
missing.
this was?
That's this. That's the Italian of me coming out. The hands talking. So we addressed that issue. Those sounds will be back in the build and will be heard on Monday.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people have been saying that the sounds for Flurry don't seem to be working.
Yeah, so that was actually a different issue, and we're still addressing that. We think we have the fix for it, but it's code-based, and it's going to take some time to sort of test and make sure. The sort of the underlying of that was a lot of the ranged abilities were making the weapon that you were holding in your hand was still making that sound. So we addressed that, and unfortunately it broke Flurry. The way that the ability was set up, it broke that one ability. So
game design.
Yeah.
That's game design.
Right. Yeah. Yay. So we do have a fix working on that, but we did take out the other impact sounds that were erroneously playing, and also to address that as well. I know Impulse was some feedback we were getting about Impulse missing some of its impact. That was a result of actually fixing that issue where your weapon you were holding was making the sound. Basically, the staff, as you went up and did the cool AOE, was actually making a staff impact sound, and we fixed that. Unfortunately, I think the sound itself wasn't impactful enough, so we went back to that with taking the feedback and made that sound nice and impactful. So every time you do that, you
listen to players.
That's right. Yeah, we were all over those subreddits and all over the forums. We do. Yeah.
That's the groove.
Yep. Definitely.
And for combat, you've got fixes coming.
Yeah, we got some fixes for combat in general. First, one of them being. A lot of the UI sounds you were hearing when you went stealth and came out, you were hearing this armor sound that kept happening a lot. That was meant to be a status update for the player whenever your armor went up or down, this sort of sound played. Unfortunately, the way it was hooked up, it was playing pretty much way too often, you know, not, in cases that we didn't intend it to play. So we removed that sound for now, so that won't be happening to players who go and collect a rune or something and go to stand up, so that'll be fixed on Monday as well.
Is that part of the same noise you hear when you come out of stealth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there's a buff that plays on the player that says when you come out of stealth, you have your armor go up, and that was playing that sound, so yeah, we're fixing that as well.
Cool.
And then just combat in general, I guess one of the awesome things that we're hopefully fixing on Monday is for the past couple of months, the team has been sort of revisiting how we mix the game audio in game, specifically for combat, and sort of taking a look at how we can make things sound better for the player. I think a lot of the feedback we've been getting is it's difficult to hear your stuff when you're in combat with other guys, especially in you know, trials and dungeons and PvP where there's all this fighting going on. It's hard to hear your stuff. So we went through and addressed that. We made so that the player's sounds will always be a little bit louder than everybody else's. Your stuff will have a lot more impact to it. We think it's going to be a huge change. So we took this opportunity to fix some bugs, to drop something that we've been working on for a couple of months and get it into the players' hands and have them play with it and start giving us feedback on that. You know, we do this stuff for the fans, and you know, we're always looking for them to sort of tell us, yeah, we're going in the right direction and stuff. I mean, this is why we do it. And so, you know, it's going to be out there on Monday. We'll have a post on the forums and on the Reddit, so you guys can interact with us and, you know, just give us some general feedback on how you think stuff is going. You know, we play the game as much as we can. I have a VR3 character, and, you know, I'm in there as well, and I take the feedback every single time I do it, and we go back and we try to keep making the game sound better and better. So awesome. Hopefully with you guys giving us some feedback too, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So my cheat sheet tells me that you also did a mixed balance pass on every player ability.
Yeah, so we went through every ability. One of the other feedbacks and something that we noticed was some of the abilities were, you know, you play one ability, you go to play the other one, and maybe one was too loud and the other one was a little quieter. So we went in and just sort of balanced all that level so that they're nice in general in the same spot, so you're not always reaching for that volume control, trying to, oh, that was too loud, oh, that was too soft. So that'll be nice and fixed and ready to go. So again, feedback on that would be great.
One exception, the
Ultimates. Yeah, sorry, yeah, Ultimates, you know, which we purposely do. We want that sort of, you know, I released an ultimate, punch in the face sort of thing, so that'll always be a little louder than the rest.
Impact.
So yeah, so again, it's another one of those things that we addressed to make it better. So
nice.
Yeah, definitely.
So we should have that thread up on the forums early next week, probably, hopefully on Monday, so it can kind of go along with the patch. You can try it out and give Bill some of your feedback.
Yeah, I would say give it some time too. I mean, play it. You know, it's going to be a little different, and I think it's going to take some adjustments. You know, you're going to hear your stuff a lot louder, and you might want to change your volume a little bit. But yeah, play it, give it some time, and let us know what you think, and we'll fix stuff.
Go to the forums.
Yeah, definitely.
Go to the forums. So I think we have some pig codes to give away. We have. Where are they?
Hidden here.
Hidden behind the Ouroboros. We have 3 pig codes. So let's have some fun. Type in oink into chat. This will give you the little pig that you see on screen now. He will happily follow you around the game.
So we need to spell it out.
Oink?
Oink.
I hope not.
Okay. That's a difficult one now.
These are the codes that we were giving away at the conventions this year. So we have a few extras. Now's your chance to get your own little pig. Oink, oink. Oh man, they should have typed in bacon. That would have been fun.
Oh,
opportunity lost.
Missed opportunity.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll pick our first winner. It is Modjustido. You guys must love this. Second winner is Where the Slime Live.
Okay.
Very cute.
Well.
And then Aortic is our final winner.
Yay.
So congratulations, you 3. As per usual, Jason will get in touch with you on... God damn it, I was doing it again. Over here now. Jason will be in touch with you on Twitch chat. Keep an eye out on your inbox and also the other tab. Is that what it says? Other?
The other.
Something like that.
Your other inbox.
Sometimes it gets filtered in there.
Check your
so
spam.
yeah, check everything. And we promise he'll message you. So that's going to be the end of our show for this week.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for watching. We will be back.
Close to close to Thanksgiving, or a
It is
little
close
bit
to
shorter.
Thanksgiving. Yep.
We'll be back strong.
Yep, we will be back December 5th. We hope to see you there. It'll be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, as usual.
Yeah. Let us know what you thought. Give us your impressions and your feedback.
Yep, we're always looking for feedback on the show, kind of what you enjoyed, what you'd like to see different. We saw one person on the forums who said no beards this time, so
Nope.
we kept our promise.
No, close.
He's got a little, just a little patch. It's not a full beard.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay, everyone.
Beards.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Somebody on the forums
No.
was.
We're listening to feedback. We're not always executing it, but we're listening. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. See you in time.
Yep, we will see you next time. Have a great holiday.